When helping people relocate here to Kitchener-Waterloo, a question I get asked is, why don't I move to London? Well, in this video, we're going to answer that question and compare both Kitchener-Waterloo versus London, Ontario. Let's get right into it. With number one here, location. In terms of the location, I'm going to have to give the point to Kitchener-Waterloo. We're only located about an hour west of the GTA. And I think this is really advantageous if you are looking to commute once or twice a week. You are on a work from home and work from office setup. Kitchener-Waterloo is definitely better in my opinion. London is still an hour west of Kitchener-Waterloo, so making that daily commute is going to be extremely tough when it comes to living in London, Ontario. And in terms of the weather patterns, London and Kitchener-Waterloo have roughly the exact same weather, London being slightly warmer than Kitchener-Waterloo, of course, being located slightly more south. So the point here goes to Kitchener-Waterloo. Now, number two is the economy and job market. And in terms of the economy and job market, Kitchener-Waterloo ranks better, in my opinion, compared to London. London has been a stagnant city for decades now, and you can see it through the skyline. London's tallest building right now is One London Place, which was built in 1992 at 113 meters tall. Now, it is said that you can tell a lot from a city based on what building is the tallest in that particular city. And when it comes to North America, it's going to be the skyscraper or the tall office tower or tall residential building. And Kitchener-Waterloo far surpassed London in this case, with multiple new developments happening all the time within Kitchener-Waterloo, far surpassing London. It's a physical manifestation of where the two cities are heading. And London, to be completely honest, has been stagnant for years. Kitchener and Waterloo continue to develop, continue to strive forward, and we can see it as well in the infrastructure with the development of the LRT. And the fact that we are the tech hub, the Silicon Valley of the North, in the Tri-Cities here of Kitchener-Waterloo and Cambridge. So when it comes to the economy and job market, Kitchener-Waterloo is better. And not to mention the median household income is higher than London, Ontario. So the point here goes to Kitchener-Waterloo. The third thing we'll look at is the cost of living between Kitchener-Waterloo and London. They're both relatively the same. London, looking at Nubio.com, to raise a family of four, not including rent, is going to cost you about $6,536 per month. Kitchener is going to cost you $6,500. So it's basically a wash. But where London is better than Kitchener-Waterloo is the cost of real estate, which also is a crucial aspect when calculating your monthly budget. So in this case, London, Ontario gets the point. Now, the fourth thing we'll look at is, of course, real estate, as this is a real estate channel. In regards to the real estate, London, Ontario, of course, is going to be cheaper. But of course, you are sacrificing greatly on the location. Looking at the stats for the month of June, London was significantly cheaper than Kitchener-Waterloo of about $140,000 in comparison to Kitchener. The average residential property sold for just over $663,000 in the city of London. In Kitchener, the average home price was just over $802,000. And in the city of Waterloo, the most expensive of the two cities was $836,000. So the point here will have to go to London, Ontario. Now, the fifth thing you might consider is, what is the infrastructure and transportation like in these two cities? Kitchener-Waterloo gets the point here. The reason being the LRT and hours lost due to traffic. Looking at the hours lost due to traffic, Kitchener has less hours, far less in fact. Kitchener-Waterloo, time spent lost in traffic is 97 hours. In London, it was 144, nearly a 45% increase compared to Kitchener-Waterloo. Looking at the walk scores, Kitchener and Waterloo rank higher than London. Both cities are far more walkable than London, Ontario. Looking at London's score, London was rated 39 out of 100. Waterloo was rated 41 out of 100. and Kitchener was rated 45 out of 100, and it continues to get more walkable each and every day with the densification happening both the uptown core of Waterloo and the downtown core of Kitchener. And in regards to the LRT, London, Ontario doesn't have one. We have excellent infrastructure with the light rail transit going from Conestoga Mall in the north end of Waterloo down to the southern end of Kitchener, finally stopping at Fairview Park Mall, going both through uptown Waterloo and downtown Kitchener. So in this category, Kitchener and Waterloo take the point. Now, another thing you might look for when moving to a new city is, what are the healthcare services like? In this category, I'm gonna have to give it to London, Ontario. They are well known within Ontario for having multiple great hospitals. Kitchener and Waterloo, not so much. And it's definitely the Achilles heel of living in Kitchener and Waterloo is the lack of hospitals for the amount of people that we have. And that's something you're gonna have to be a little bit cognizant of, is the wait times here are gonna be a little bit longer when it comes to hospitals. So in this category, we're gonna have to give it to London, Ontario. Now, another thing you're gonna look for is education. Now, both cities have great universities. Waterloo, of course, having the University of Waterloo, Wilfrid Laurier University. Kitchener has Conestoga College, great for applied learning when it comes to engineering, when it comes to the trades. One excellent choice in Conestoga College. When it comes to London, Ontario, you have a great university there of Western University, well known for being a party university. And in regards to where they rank in Canada, the University of Waterloo ranks number 8. Wilfrid Laurier University ranks number 29. And the University of Guelph ranks 10th place. But in comparison to the population size, you're gonna have a lot more choice here in Kitchener and Waterloo, as we have 2 universities compared to just 1 university in London, Ontario. And you're gonna get a wider variety of universities and what each university can provide for your child. Wilfrid Laurier University being an excellent business school, the University of Waterloo, well known for its engineering and IT, and Western University, well known for its healthcare services and research. So the point here will have to go to Kitchener-Waterloo. Now, the 8th thing you might considering when moving to a new city is, what are the recreational activities and cultural activities within that city? Well, both cities are absolutely fantastic, but I'm gonna have to give it to London, Ontario in this situation, as they are well known for being called the forest city, as they have so much green space, plenty of parks, and you can really tell when you are in London, Ontario, that they do have this huge abundance of green space. So if you are looking for a more green environment, London, Ontario is slightly better than Kitchener-Waterloo. And in terms of the activities throughout the year, both cities put on great annual events. Kitchener-Waterloo is very well known for its Oktoberfest, which is a cultural fest celebrating Bavarian culture. And in fact, the one in Kitchener is the largest Oktoberfest located outside of Germany. So at this point, world renowned. And in one situation, one year, when I was attending one of the beer houses here within Kitchener, I met Brazilian Germans who came purposely from Brazil to Kitchener, Ontario to enjoy the festivities here in Oktoberfest. So that's one thing that really puts us apart compared to other cities within Canada and North America is Oktoberfest. But in this situation, I think the green spaces is a little bit more beneficial to the average person. So I'm gonna have to give it to London, Ontario. And of course, let's look at safety and crime. And in this case, Kitchener-Waterloo ranks much lower than London, Ontario. Kitchener-Waterloo is a much safer city. And in fact, the Waterloo region had the lowest homicide rate in Canada in the year of 2021, far lower than most other cities. It was a phenomenal year in comparison to homicide rate. We only had 2 homicides out of 680,000 people, putting us on par with the safest cities and countries within the entire world. And in general, the violent crime is lower and other crime is lower than London, Ontario. So the point here goes to Kitchener-Waterloo. And 10 is, what does the future look like of these 2 cities? Both Kitchener-Waterloo and London. And today, at this moment, I think if I had to place a bet on these two, I'd have to go with Kitchener-Waterloo, to be frank. We are world renowned at this point for our universities, for our technology triangle. Waterloo was the birthplace of the smartphone with BlackBerry. Now BlackBerry, of course, is a shell of its former self, but it shows you the sheer innovation. The smartphone has revolutionized the world, and I think that Kitchener-Waterloo going forward, if you are betting on a future and a better place to raise a family, I think Kitchener-Waterloo is going to be better. And if you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy a map perspective video of Waterloo, Ontario.